Welcome to Ridgewood Talks. Through this podcast, we will be introducing you to some of the leaders and legends in our village. We'll keep you updated about fascinating local events. We'll dig into the town's hot topics and so much more. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Jeanne Johnson, the founder of Ridgewood Talks and Ridgewood Walks. The goal of these initiatives is to create a kinder, more connected, and more vibrant community. I'm thrilled to be hosting this podcast with my good friend and all-around wonderful guy, Jordan Kaufman. We look forward to meeting with you weekly and hearing your thoughts on who and what you'd like to learn about in our beautiful hometown. For now, be kind, do good, and enjoy this episode. Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Ridgewood Talks. Listen, I am so excited about today's guest. We're sitting down with Ridgewood resident Jenny Coates. What makes Jenny extra special is what she does for our community, because she brings that same professional enthusiasm and expertise to her volunteer work with the Ridgewood Newcomers, where she is the treasurer of the Ridgewood Newcomers, and she also sits on the Ridgewood Library Foundation. She is a very important part of the Kasschau Shell Committee, and in her spare time, well, believe it or not, she plays the banjo and is a student of the Irish language. So welcome, Jenny. We are so happy to have you here.
God Maigat.
Oh, there you
Thank
go.
You very much.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. How long have you been doing this Irish language?
Only about a year, and I'm not very good, so
that's
I just
good.
blew my big move.
Well, listen, so I guess you are of Irish descent, yes? So
yes.
How far back does your ancestry go?
Quite far, yeah,
Okay.
the 1860s, I believe.
Wow. So I would imagine you've visited Ireland and all of that.
Yes,
How many
of
times have you
course.
been over there?
3 times.
Oh my gosh.
3 times and counting, I'm sure.
Good,
Yeah.
good. I'm going to have to check with you after the show because we're planning a trip there and I'm so excited about it. But today, I really want to dig into all of the things that you do for Ridgewood because, first of all, I just want to say thank you. We don't have as many volunteers as we need in this town. So I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. And I want to dig in, first of all, to what you do for newcomers. I love newcomers. Tell our listeners how long it's been around and how they can get involved.
Absolutely. So Newcomers has been around since the mid-1940s. And to start with, to get involved, please find us on social, find us on our website is ridgewoodnewcomers.com, our Instagram, and we encourage people to look there. In the summer is quiet. Our next event is in September, so you can find information about that event now.
So when you do in September, is that just kind of a welcome to town kind
Correct.
of event for new people?
We have 2 events every year that are open to members and non-members, and that first event in September is one.
Okay.
So I encourage people to find us on the website now and consider joining, and then stay tuned for as the calendar of events starts to come out. We run about 35 events every year.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is.
So you have a lot of volunteers there
We
too,
sure do,
right?
yes.
So how do you, aside from doing things like this, how do you attract members, new members?
So what attracted me to Newcomers, just a quick background, is I moved to town. I grew up in Glen Rock, so it was very familiar to me, but I don't have any of my own kids, and so I was looking for ways to get involved and meet people that had nothing to do with the schools.
Right.
Because this town is such a robust school infrastructure. And so I ran into a friend of mine from high school at the Hohokus Inn, and right away she said to me, oh my God, you have to join Newcomers. It was the best thing I ever did. Yeah. And I'm not a natural joiner, despite the intro.
Oh, well.
I know. I really have to force myself.
Yeah.
And so I immediately volunteered to host a progressive dinner at my house.
Oh, that's so nice.
And I just met the most wonderful people. So it's such a great way to meet people that you wouldn't otherwise in town, whether it's a different school district, people that don't have kids yet, people whose children have graduated and are still in town.
Well, that's the thing I think I like the most about Newcomers. Now, Carrie White, she was part of the board for a long time. She was on our show a couple years ago. I think it was before COVID. But I loved what she shared with us is because there are groups for young moms that have not gone back to the workplace. There are events for dads to take their kids and dads to go out and drink bourbon and smoke cigars. There's exercise. I mean, tell me more about some of the things that you do, some of your events.
We have such a wonderful range of events. So we have a family fun committee that plans events for children, and I love to bring my niece and nephew to those events. They're so well planned. We have special interest groups like a fitness group, a book club. That Lori at the library so graciously volunteers to help us out with planning
I love the
books
collaboration.
Yes. I like to bring all of my worlds together. We have kind of general interest groups. We do cooking classes. This year, some of my favorite events this year included a cooking class, we do an event every fall called Blooms and Bubbly, where Dana from Peace and Pollen brings her gorgeous flowers to a member's house. We all make bouquets, we drink champagne, we chat. We do a progressive dinner, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm sure. Because then you get everybody, people love going into other people's houses too. So that's super fun.
Real estate tourism. And so that's the programmatic side, but we also have a very important fundraising side as well.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Every year in March, April timeframe, we used to call it a gala. This year we went a little more cash and we called it, I think, the Big Night Out. And we moved from, a kind of a brownstone, I forget where we had it last year. I think the brownstone.
But a regular catering
Park
hall.
West.
Okay, perfect.
It was so fun. Dad's Night came and played.
I remember walking by the tavern that night and thinking, what's going on up there? You guys had a great time.
Such a good time, and we raised over $8,000 for SSA.
Oh, thank God. Okay, we got to pause for 1 second. We got to talk about SSA, Social Service Association. Tell our listeners why it is imperative for them to get involved.
I think that with SSA or any of the other local charities, and it gets back to why it's so important to get involved locally, because these are local organizations that provide an unbelievable service to local residents. And you might, when people think of Ridgewood, you have a certain image, right, of what it looks like when you live in Ridgewood and what your life is like when you live in Ridgewood. But there's a lot of diversity in Ridgewood, and there's a lot of need right here.
Right.
So it's
and
really
social services also, or Social Service Association, they do outreach not just for Ridgewood residents, but they help people in our region, right?
Yes.
And so they have a food pantry there, and they also help people that are on a job search, maybe people who might need help paying for their electric bills, their water bills, and things like that. So I think it's super important. If you're listening to this, please find out how you can be involved with SSA. It is located at the train station. It's that beautiful little red door. And for those of you who don't know, I don't know if you know this, we have 3 food pantries in Ridgewood.
Did not, I confess.
See that? How do you like that? So these are all things that are so super important for me, that we get that information out to people. So Ridgecrest is a senior living home it's down off of Crest Road.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right? It's
right behind the train station.
That's
right behind the train tracks.
Yep, that's right. And so they have a food pantry in there, and then the YMCA also has a food pantry.
Right.
So if, and by the way, I want to also point out that these places take perishables, which is great, and non-perishables. So it's really, really important to volunteer or to donate food, and it's also really important to make sure that when you donate food that you don't clean out your pantry and give them the food, because there's an expiration date, and just because you don't want to use it, they can't use it either. By law, they are not allowed. The pantries are not allowed to put that food out on the shelf. So please, if you're so willing to donate food, make sure that the expiration date has not expired. And also, more than that, it's important to just serve in any way that you can. Aside from donating food, you can work in IT. They always need people to stock the shelves. They might need people to do other administrative things. So I encourage everybody to please get involved, because like we said before, these organizations, they don't stand up by themselves.
Right.
We need volunteers.
All the time. And if you are so inclined and interested in joining the committee that plans our Big Night Out fundraiser every year, that is one of the committees where we are still looking for people. So just a little plug, as you're considering joining the Newcomers as just a regular member, we do still have some spots on the board. It's a lot of fun. We meet once a month during the school year at a member's house. There's always snacks. There's always wine or whatever else you might like to drink.
Yeah.
And we are still recruiting for a couple of key committees.
And I also want to encourage men to get involved in that too.
So I was going to say that also. Right now the board is all women. That is not a rule, but that does seem to be how it works. It would be great to diversify the board a little, to maybe bring in some of the people we talked about earlier who maybe are still in town or moved to town but don't have any children in the school system because they've aged out.
Right.
We would love
and maybe
to
have more time
our,
because of that, right?
Spread our network a little. Yeah.
I mean, when we moved here 22 years ago, I have never been part of Newcomers. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I guess I got involved with other things. But my husband was involved. And I mean, he loved it. He had such a great time. And I have to say that still, to this day, those are his best friends. Right?
Yeah.
And so I hear that so often that people say, oh, I joined Newcomers when I came here and, we were part of this group or, people are still friends all these years later, which is so fantastic.
I have met some of my very best friends in town through Newcomers. I'm going on vacation next week with one of my friends who I met at my very first Newcomers event.
I love that. One of the very special events that I really enjoyed working with Carrie was the SIPs and Civics event. Okay, so I'm going to just tell our listeners real quickly what that was. It's basically a Ridgewood 101.
Right.
It is to find out, first of all, if you are a registered voter. If you're not, we collaborated with the League of Women Voters. Like you said, you like to bring your...
Yeah, you're going to make me feel bad because I was supposed to plan that this year and it
no,
fell off my radar.
No,
so
don't feel bad because there's always... Yep, we're going to do it again.
We're going to do it next year.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
And it was so fun because we had, the first year we had it at... Well, I don't even remember. It was at Park West Tavern. But we also did an event over at the Schoolhouse Museum with Newcomers, which was super fun. So we got to do that too.
Okay.
So we're going to get all that together.
Great.
But the SIPs and Civics event was to make sure that newcomers got registered to vote. They knew where their precinct was to vote. They found out what the protocol is for if you have school-age children. If you have any issues, what the protocol is to address those issues, right? We encouraged people to get involved with the Home and School Association, and we told them what the Home and School Association does. It's more than just a parent-teacher thing. It is like the HSAs in this community are interlocked. All of the schools work together collaboratively through Federated. So we explained all of that, and then we explained what happens at the village level. There are committees, boards, and commissions that need expertise, right? We need people, I say it all the time. Ridgewood is arguably the most one of the most well-educated and wealthy communities in the world, right? So if we are to contribute or maybe even save our democracy, it is up to us to serve our community. And like I always say too, democracy dies in our backyard, right? So we want people to serve. So that's what we want. We want people to come to that SIPs and Civics event, whenever it's going to be, and you'll learn about all of the places that you can volunteer, the HSAs, at the village. And we also gave a list of all of the nonprofits in town where they could serve. Plus, we invited the interfaith community. So if people were looking for a church home, they could hear from that organization and find out what houses of worship we have here. So it is such a great event. And again, it's SIPs and Civics. So like you said, that wine thing, we do that there too.
Yep, I like that. And that sounded a lot better than what I was planning. So now I've got good notes for next year.
Okay, good. Well, we'll collaborate. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And then we have to get you guys over to the Schoolhouse Museum too.
Yes.
Because again, for those of you who are listening, it's not a schoolhouse museum. We're changing the name now. It's going to be the museum at the schoolhouse because our exhibits encompass all kinds of things. It's not just school related. So right now, the name of the exhibit is 200 Years of Childhood. Oh my gosh, 200 years of toys in there. Can you imagine how fun that is?
I love that place, and it's right down the street from where I live. So,
so that's awesome. So, so you do all of that, and what else do you want to tell us about Newcomers?
So I just want to run through, because I hope that something I'll say will spark an interest. Again, we want, of course, new members. We have, I think, about 250 households right now. And again, lots of events for lots of different types. So in addition to family fun, we talked about Hospitality, those are the events open to non-members. So if you're just not sure, definitely come to our event in September. We talked about the kind of fun one-offs like the cooking class, Blooms and Bubbly. We do a cookie exchange. Everyone loves a cookie exchange, right, at the holidays.
It makes life so much easier.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is so good. Special interest groups. We talked about evening socials. So communications, if you're someone that has a job in communications and you have a little extra time to give, we need a couple people to do our newsletter and push out to our socials.
Yep.
And fundraising for that fundraising gala committee.
The thing about that, it's not an overwhelming commitment.
No, it's really not.
Right?
It's really not. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to give back, and it really doesn't take that much time, just a little bit of organization.
And I also have to say, when you stand up and serve for those types of things, especially like the communications, my gosh, you get to know so many people in town.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
absolutely.
then you kind of you get to know what goes on behind the scenes. You get to know all of that. You get to know all the movers and shakers in town. So definitely sign up to do that. Now, you brought some things here.
I did. I brought
me what
swag.
This is. I love it.
So we were talking recently that we didn't have any swag, anything fun. So we got these koozies from Etsy. We have tall, skinny ones for your flavored seltzers and regular ones for your cans. So these will be at some of our membership events.
Sizes. Good for you.
Yeah, we're very thorough in our imbibing. And then we also got these great bottle openers.
You must say, yes, you are very thorough.
We have a theme. Are you catching it?
I am catching on to the theme.
So we are actually going to drop these off at local real estate with a little postcard inviting people to join, newcomers to check us out. Just a way to get some outreach, even though there's like 5 houses for sale in Ridgewood right now. But we want to make sure every new resident is welcome to newcomers with some fun swag, that our current members get some fun things. So yeah, that was a lot.
I love
That's
it.
new, so I brought these for you.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. I really appreciate it. So you are involved in before I move on, tell our listeners how they can contact you again and what the dues are.
Oh, the dues are $100 a year.
And that's for the family.
And you can pay anytime. And you can find us on ridgewoodnewcomers.com or Instagram at Ridgewood Newcomers. And there's a link to email us for more information. There's a link to join.
Great.
And we really look forward to hearing from new faces.
Yeah,
you don't have to be brand new. You can be recently new. You know.
Yeah, and like you said, if somebody is just interested in just getting involved in some way to serve, I bet I could even do it, even being here for 20 some odd years, right?
I'm not going to say no.
All right, good. All right, so some of the other things that you do in town, which again, thank you so much. You are on the Library Foundation, right?
Yes.
So some people might be confused. There's the Library Foundation and there's the Friends of the Ridgewood Library. So can you please clarify what that is?
My favorite topic.
Oh, good.
Because so the Ridgewood Library Foundation provides capital improvement to the library. We provide technology upgrades, physical capital improvements. Last year, you surely will have noticed the first floor, the circulation desk, the first floor, the teen space.
It's amazing.
And the stairwell were totally renovated. That was about $800,000 that we spent. And the mezzanine with the new study spaces. If you haven't been to the library recently,
you must
go check out all these new spaces. There are study rooms on the mezzanine now. So essentially, it used to be solid kind of fiction. The whole middle is now beautiful glass conference rooms that can be reserved on the website.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things. I mean, I've always loved the Ridgewood Library, but and when it was renovated, I don't know, 30 years ago, it was a darker themed thing, right? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
And people use libraries differently than they do now.
Yeah, but I mean, just even walking in, it's just so bright and welcoming, and you can see that those spaces that we can rent out. If I want to have a meeting, I can do that.
They can be reserved online for any Ridgewood resident.
By the way, is it renting, or if you're a library card member, you get to go there?
Yes, exactly.
It's just a matter of availability.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So next year we have a big ambition to renovate the auditorium and the lobby. Everybody will agree that that is sorely needed. And so we have some plans in place, and we are currently fundraising to support the renovation of the auditorium and lobby and the rest of the second floor that has not yet been touched. So we're very ambitious. We want our library to be what Ridgewood deserves. And that is the foundation. We also support Lori, the director of the library, her wish list. I'm sure everybody listening will agree we always need more Libby licenses.
Yes.
That is a pet project for me, so more Libby licenses. And then
for those that don't know what a Libby license is, go ahead.
So if you have a Ridgewood Library card, you can get access to free audiobooks through Libby or Hoopla, and no fee at all. So sometimes you have to wait maybe a little bit to get what you're looking for if it's new, but it's the most amazing, just renting audiobooks right onto an app on your phone.
So incredible, and it is such a cost saver because I'm an Audible girl. And those charges just rack up. So this is just
all
fantastic.
totally free. It's amazing. It's amazing. It integrates with CarPlay. It's a wonderful app, and it's seamless. So we also support the Library of Things. I don't know if everyone's aware that the Ridgewood Library has a Library of Things where you can rent anything from, a power washer to a Tony box.
I did not know that.
Oh, yes. We have lots of stuff. Sewing machines, I think. I couldn't even begin to name all the things we have.
Where do you store it?
Great question.
Well, wherever they've got magic at the Ridgewood Library. And by the way, I just want to say too that the Ridgewood Public Library is the largest and most visited library in the whole Bergen County system. Am I correct in that?
I'm pretty sure that is correct. Yes. Even again, growing up in Glen Rock, I was often at the Ridgewood Library because the hours were longer and they were open on Sundays. So
it's huge. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's going to be even better. So that's what the foundation supports. We have a lot of fun events during the year. We just had Mardi Gras at the library in, when would that have been, March, I guess?
Somewhere around that time.
And we had, I don't want to miss out this stat because we were really proud. We had over 200 people in the library. I said drinking in the library is peak adulting.
Yes.
It was amazing. Yeah.
But I also remember Jeanette Donnarumma did a whole charcuterie board.
Oh, yeah, she did. Right on top of one of the bookcases.
That
was incredible.
So cool.
Catchy was there.
Yeah.
So we had over 200 attendees, and more than half of them were brand new to foundation events. So we have some wonderful new foundation board members that are doing a great job with outreach, getting the word out there. And so let's see, I talked about the renovation. So that's the foundation. The Friends is the programmatic side.
Right.
So all of the events that people go to, like the beloved author luncheon, all of the events that happen at the library, that's the Friends. So programming versus kind of infrastructure and capital improvements. And it is very confusing. I even have friends who will say to me, "Oh, I made a donation to your appeal," and I said, "No, that wasn't us." But
it can be confusing,
and it's all the library, and it can be a little confusing. And we encourage people to support both, or just make a point to understand which is which and how they work together. Because at the end of the day, we're all there to support Lori and the library. Because you need all of these things are necessary.
Absolutely, and I mean the programming is just spectacular. I don't know if I just was looking at the flyer the other day, and there's just, I don't know, there's like 3 or 4 different book clubs that you can be a part of. I'm so excited about this Things rental.
The Library of Things, check it out,
And I might add, you also have a podcast.
There is a podcast, yes. And just that you said that, the name of it flew out of my head.
Mine too. But for those of you who are listening, if you want to listen to another Ridgewood podcast, go to the Ridgewood Library website, check it out, and listen, because she, I can't remember who, it's embarrassing, I don't remember who the host is. Roberta is the host. How could I forget? And so she interviews people in Ridgewood, but she also interviews authors. She interviews really notable people all over the United States. So I've listened to several, and she does an excellent job. So thank you for doing that. Of
course.
And then you also are involved with
the Kasschau Memorial Bandshell.
Thank you so much. And this is so timely because you're in full swing now. So tell us what the Kasschau Shell is, how it started, and what can we do to get involved?
Yes, I would love to talk about the bandshell. So when I first moved here, I got a letter in the mail saying, come to, I think, Coffee with a Council Person.
Oh, yeah.
And again, goes against everything that comes naturally to me.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, so I went, and I was proud of me too. Thank you. I went. I met Siobhan. I met Evan, and I originally thought, oh, maybe I should volunteer for something with the Central Business District because that's what I do, retail.
Right.
I never stop talking about shopping local. I will come on and talk to you for another 45 minutes.
Can't wait.
Just about shopping local.
Let's do it.
Okay, good. But then when I got the flyer in October and it said which committees needed people, I noticed the band shell. I am also somewhat of a musician, and I love the idea of going to something like a concert at a band shell.
Right.
It just is such a wonderful small town,
it's
quaint,
so
amazing.
beautiful.
And it's so amazing that we have it.
I know it. And it makes it something, like we have music in the park, which is spectacular too, and I love that. But there's something really special about the shell because it's an elevated stage. I love the paint in the back, where it makes it look like they're under the stars, right?
50 feet wide, exactly, music under the stars. It's 50 feet wide and 23 feet high. I made a note of that.
Oh, good.
And yet you bring a picnic blanket, bring your chairs. It's just such a wonderful space. We have a wide range of musicians. We have everything from, Ridgewood Symphony to Grateful Dead cover band. We had Yacht Rock a couple weeks ago. That was incredible.
And then also the Teen Beat from the high school. I think they kick it off every year, right?
They do. That is tradition. We've had some rainouts this year.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot.
So what happens when, sometimes
Sometimes it gets rescheduled, and sometimes it just gets canceled. The joke.
We used to go over to Benjamin Franklin occasionally.
I heard that. That predates me for sure. Yeah. And actually, we take turns announcing the bands, and every single time I've been scheduled to announce the band, it rains. So I've told them, you guys, you got to take me off the rotation. I think it's me.
Oh, you're the bad luck.
It seems to be. I just announced my first concert after 2 years of volunteering.
Oh my gosh.
The other day for the Yacht Rock band. So
well, who is on that committee? Because I just want to say thank you to them too, because these girls are so dedicated. I think Lee Warren
we have a guy on the committee.
Oh, good,
as well.
good. Who is it?
Jeff. So go to last names are going to escape me.
That's fine.
But go to our website. You can get to our website from the Ridgewood Town website, or you can just go directly Kasschau. If you Google Kasschau Band Shell, you'll definitely find it. It's the only one.
Yeah, if you go to the Village of Ridgewood website, you'll find it there. But I know Gail McCarthy runs
she's
it. Yes. Amazing. She's
incredible.
Been doing it for years and years, along with Amy Bork, and Megan Bracken.
Yes,
and I know
we have a group text chain called the Shell Gals.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yes.
No, they're so dedicated, and it isn't easy.
It is not easy.
One of the hardest things is to try and let people know, if it's just a light drizzle, what do you do with that? Is the music on? Is the music off? So get communicating all of that. And I think another thing that's really challenging is the sponsorship part, right?
Yes. So I definitely encourage everyone to think about sponsoring. You can make donations on our website. I mean, any amount. And I was talking to Gail and the Shell Gals the other day about this because we all remember the movie theater. Again, I grew up here. When Titanic opened, we came to see it, and I had to wait in a line that stretched all the way down to Van Nest and around it.
You're kidding me.
Because everybody went to the movies.
Yeah.
And then I moved back. I would go twice a month maybe, and it would be me and 4 other people. Right. And it was sad. And then the movie theater closed, and everyone went crazy. And it was sad.
Yeah.
But that last Friday, I went to the movies like usual, and it was mobbed. It looked like I was in high school. And it was Mean Girls. I remember the movie. And I just thought, where have you been, right?
Yeah.
So we have to remember to use the things that we have here because we're all so sad when they go away.
Well, that's right. If we don't use it, we lose it.
Right.
And the theater is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, right? I think so. So with the band shell, I know the concerts start a little bit late, 8 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But if you go to our website, you can actually, this was something I'm going to say, I'm real proud of it. We have a Google Calendar now, so you can add the Kasschau calendar to your phone. And
then it reminds you.
Yes, it reminds you. It says what the band is. If something gets rained out, we move it to the rain date. If you follow us on Instagram, also that's where we post
perfect
rainouts or schedule updates. I also brought some schedules for you, so
perfect.
you will have them here.
We will spread them out. We will definitely distribute them for sure.
So yeah, it's a great group, but again, it's all volunteer, and so that's just one organization in town. And there's just so many ways to get involved for whatever amount of time you have, and of course, any financial contributions. Because we run, as you said, 100% on donations, sponsorships.
And another thing that, Okay, let me just cover that one more time. All the things that you do. It's incredible. It's really incredible how you volunteer your time, talent, and treasure. And again, you're leading by example. So I really appreciate that. And another thing that I don't think people really realize is that the 4th of July is 100% run by volunteers.
I saw chairs on my way here.
Isn't that exciting? I love that
gosh.
tradition in our town, right? But I think a lot of people, especially if you're new in town, you don't understand what this tradition is. First of all, you can start setting your chairs out as early as who knows when, June 1st.
Today, apparently, yeah.
And so we have the incredible parade. And then we have this amazing thing over at Vets where people perform at the Shell, which is fantastic. And there's food trucks and beer trucks, and we have the parachuters that come and land on the field. And it's just a night that is just incredible. And 100%, as I said, 100% of that is through volunteers. The Village of Ridgewood, sure, they have a council liaison that helps coordinate.
And shout out to Mary, our bandshell council. She works at Parks and Rec. And she's
Mary Heffernan, right? She's amazing.
And we have Evan this year as our
our councilman, Evan Whites, and he does an incredible job. So, again, if we don't volunteer, all of these things, we have to just keep encouraging people to donate money, donate your time. It's so much fun, right? Like you said, you met all your friends through all of these things.
The best people, and it just helps you get integrated in so many different ways into the town. So, no, I can't say enough good things.
I'm so happy to have another fellow Ridgewood lover here because I adore this town, and I love meeting people that are really involved in it, and I love collaborating. So definitely when we're done with this interview, you and I have to have a couple more chats about because I have a committee of people. We started something called Outside Air, and the AIR acronym is Art in Ridgewood. So it's Outside Art in Ridgewood, and we're going to be installing some interactive murals, tiny little interactive murals that you're going to have to find. You're going to need to be walking around town to find these, and that's going to encourage people to go into our restaurants and retailers. So I want to talk to you about that.
Great.
So,
good. Wonderful. Thank you so
again.
much.
Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. So that wraps up this episode of Ridgewood Talks. And now I want to thank you, our listeners, for tuning into this episode and all the other ones. If you're new to Ridgewood, Newcomers is a wonderful way to meet your new community. And even if you've been here a while, you're welcome to go there too. And don't forget, y'all, get yourself to the Kasschau Shell every Tuesday and Thursday to enjoy the music under the stars at Vets Field. So until then, please subscribe to the podcast on all major platforms, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you like to watch or listen. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Oh, and hey, if you have a local business or service, listen up. We're now opening up Ridgewood Talks episodes and our social media for sponsorship opportunities. So if you'd like to be part of the show or get exposure for your business, just remember we have over 6,000 social media followers, and at the same time you can support this important voice for Ridgewood residents. So please reach out to us at ridgewoodtalks@gmail.com and we'll take good care of you. Special thanks out to the amazing production team at Ignite Creator Studios for bringing our podcast to life, now with video. And if you'd like to have your very own podcast, please consider Ignite Creator Studios right here in Ridgewood. I'm Jeanne Johnson. Thanks for watching, listening, and supporting Ridgewood Talks.